So if you live here in the United States, then you should be worried because right now we are hearing more and more reports that Americans should be scared. But why? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today. The one thing I can tell you is that we have seen the writing on the wall for several months and it's only getting worse. Today, I'm actually going to read a few comments and messages that I have received just recently, and every single one of these, again, has me a little bit concerned. So I'll break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoyed these daily updates, and now let's begin. So why exactly should we be scared? Well, it has to do with this right here. More and more Americans are worried they will lose their job. What we are about to walk into is going to be a complete disaster, okay? A complete mess up. And here's the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention today. We are now starting to see companies are cutting back on things that were essential, were massive bonuses and benefits for their employees. Well, listen to this right here. This person writes to me and says this: "My boss assured me that my position is safe, but I don't think I can trust what she is saying. In the past month, we have gone from managers all having company vehicles to now the company is taking them all back. We also went from having 18 vehicles in our fleet to now only 4. If this isn't a sign of hard times, then I don't know what is." Here's the reason I bring this to your attention. Many people that work for companies, one of the benefits that they may have is they get a company car. So that means that person doesn't need to go out, spend their own money, pay out of their pocket to go and buy a car, pay a monthly payment of potentially $600, $700, $800 a month on top of also paying for insurance. So companies now taking these vehicles back, guess what? They're essentially taking away a massive bonus that you receive every single month, a huge benefit. Some people are likely to quit those jobs because they just lost one of their benefits that they were very reliant on. But listen to this comment as well. This person says, and I quote, "Do you think we will see more layoffs in 2024? I only ask this because a lot of coworkers are saying that layoffs are coming and this will be just like 2008. Here's what I can tell you. Just like in 2008, we saw companies laying off people right and left. We saw businesses downsizing. What we didn't see back in 2008 were companies using artificial intelligence and going more of a automation route. That's what we're seeing today. That is a huge, huge issue and a huge red flag. Here's something that I think is very interesting though. We are now seeing, and this is something that we've seen for many months, we are now seeing executives, they're getting their benefits slashed. Why? It's not just the people that are at the bottom of the totem pole. Okay, it's not just the lower income earners, the middle class. It's the upper class as well. Everybody's seeing their benefits get slashed. As a result, we are seeing many people leave their current positions to go try and find something else. But here's what I think is really interesting. Listen to this right here. This person writes, "Millions of Americans are extremely fearful that they will lose their jobs. So much so that many of them are already looking for something new. But in doing so, it hurts their current employer. And eventually, this turns into a massive downward spiral." Think about this for a second. And when I was reading this, I was really taking this into consideration. That if somebody is concerned that they're going to lose their job, usually what they try to do is they try to work a little bit harder, do a little bit more, come in early, leave late, right? Work through a lunch, whatever they have to do. They will be the best employee so that they are not the first one to go. However, according to these people in a recent survey, they're saying that that's not what they're doing. They are not going the company route. What they are doing instead is they are spending their time looking for jobs, fixing their resume, submitting job applications, going to interviews. That's what they're doing. So they're going the complete opposite route, saying that, okay, I'm screwed, I'm out of here, here I go. As opposed to going the opposite route of that and working a little bit harder, doing everything you can for the company to potentially help them make more money. And so when this person says, eventually this turns into a massive downward spiral, that's exactly what's going to happen. This will be the death of us. If we see this happen, which is already happening right now, which again, why I believe Americans should be scared. We should be frightened as to what's coming. We haven't seen the beginning of it. We haven't seen the end of it. This is just the beginning. Now I want to read you one other comment as well. This person says, and I quote, I work for a fountain drink distribution company here in Nevada, and we are experiencing something extremely strange. Since the beginning of the year, we have seen our accounts drop, and just recently, we have seen companies ask for our machines to be removed from their business. This includes restaurants, hotels, airports, and even large office complexes. As a sales associate, I have tried to figure out why they don't need our services anymore, and their answers are almost all the same. We can't afford this luxury at this time. If this is just the start of what's to come, then I am really worried. Let's break that one down for a second. So a fountain drink distribution company, they're struggling. People are asking them to remove their fountain drinks, their fountain machines, soda fountain machines, out of their businesses. I've seen at some restaurants, I've seen where they don't actually have a soda fountain anymore. They've removed it, and instead, because again, you're not going to go and get free drinks anymore. Instead, you have to go and buy another drink. Or they take the soda fountain and they spin it around. So now you actually have to go up to the counter and they will charge you for another drink. How crazy is that? We're actually starting to see that at McDonald's as well, where you can't just go up and just refill your cup. Now you have to go up to the counter and ask them to do it. And for some, it's not going to be free. But here's what I think is really interesting. These are perks that people get. You go to a large office complex, and in some cases they have a little cafeteria. In the cafeteria, you can go and they have microwaves, and you can, they have some food here and there. They supply sandwiches, at cost, but you can go and get these things. Some of them, and I've heard about this just recently, they're actually removing their ice machines. They're not giving you ice anymore. You know why? Because it costs money. So what are they doing? They're selling their ice machines. I was just looking just the other day, saw a very nice commercial ice machine for about $3,000. Person said it was brand new. They have 12 of them. 12 of these things. Yeah, they removed them from a hotel. 12 almost brand new ice machines that they just removed. Hotels aren't doing it anymore either. You go to hotels and even coffee, they're not giving it away. You have to go and buy your own coffee. Now, here's the problem. Okay, and again, this is why more and more Americans should be scared. The writing's been on the wall for several months. It's nothing new. Now, I was talking to somebody just recently. Okay, they work for a fertilizer company, and they were pretty much saying that this their company is struggling. They're kind of falling into tougher times, and one of the things that they mentioned was that the reason why this is turning into an issue is because they need to sell fertilizer to their clients, so they can put it in their orchards and put it all over their crops and everything, so that they can hopefully make more money. The crops get bigger and better, and people pay more for them. But the issue is they can't sell more and more fertilizer because the people can't afford to buy them. They're trying to buy them on credit, but yet their credit lines are already maxed out. And now the issue is they're not receiving payments. So it's not just they can't buy more fertilizer, they can't afford the fertilizer that they once had. As a result, they're not buying anything. And this company could potentially struggle or potentially go under if we don't see more people go and buy that fertilizer. And if they don't buy the fertilizer and can't produce better crops and more crops, then what are we going to eat? What are we going to eat as residents, as citizens? Right? What are we going to have? That's the real problem. So again, Americans should be worried because of what we are about to see. And again, I think we're just in the beginning stages of this. Some people think we've been in it for years, but no. What we've been in, this pandemic, well, that's pretty much over. Now things are changing. Now the economy is shifting. And this shift could be more detrimental to millions and millions of people. So, as we get more information on this, I promise I will bring you all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.